How can we achieve the world's poverty reduction goal by 2030? A proposal from China. 1. The research background. On January 1st, 2016, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development came into force. Number 1 on the list of 17 Sustainable Development Goals is now poverty. However, according to the World Bank's report Shared Prosperity Ending Absolute Poverty, released on April 10, 2014, it is not enough to end absolute poverty by economic development alone. So, what should we do? We turn our attention to a big country in the Far East, China, which has just completed a decisive battle against poverty. The 98.99 million people in rural areas living under the current poverty line have been lifted out of poverty. This is undoubtedly a great achievement. Therefore, we attempt to use the case study approach to examine this human miracle and to synthesize a poverty reduction package from China that will ultimately contribute to achieving the global poverty reduction goal by 2030. 2. Study design. 2.1. Design a multi-case study. Poverty reduction is not just a simple economic growth, but a complex system involving multiple factors such as individuals, organizations, and situations. Therefore, the case study method that is good at interpreting and understanding the real world is chosen. Yin believes that cases are generally entities with boundaries, while the boundaries of cases and their situational conditions may be difficult to distinguish in both spatial and temporal dimensions. But in a case study, the case is the primary unit of analysis. At the same time, the case study can also embed some subcases within the main case. See Figure 1. Therefore, our study will be a multi-case study, also known as an extended case study. Bromley, 1986. For example, if we take the battle against poverty in China as a holistic case at the whole level, we can embed one subcases, poverty reduction practices in Ganluo County and the mountainous region of southwest China, at the embedded level. 2.2. Case study data collection. A good case study will benefit from evidence from multiple sources. The 6 common sources of evidence listed in Table 1 are available to us. In view of this study, based on the embedding theory, adopts the method of multi-case study and obtains research data through interviews, archival records, texts, practical observations, and other methods, in order to examine and summarize the realization path of this human miracle. 3. The embedded case analysis. 3.1. Case backgrounds. Ganluo County is a key county in China's poverty alleviation and development work. In 2014, there were 208 poverty-stricken villages in the county, accounting for 91.6% of the county's total administrative villages. There were 67,433 poor people, and the poverty rate was 31.88%. At the same time, Ganluo County faces 6 practical dilemmas. First, the financial funds are limited. The secondary and tertiary industries of county economy are weak. The fiscal tax support is weak. Second, the intercity traffic was inconvenient. The lack of transportation infrastructure, with only ordinary railways and roads, is not conducive to the introduction of external investment due to the long distance and bumpy road surface. Third, service facilities are backward, affected by frequent natural disasters and other factors. The county's public infrastructure construction is less. The problem of poor matching is prominent. Fourth, it is difficult to attract investments. Ganluo County is a county with large agricultural resources. It lacks the pillar industries for farmers to increase their income and become rich. Fifth, the shortage of age-appropriate labor. A large number of young and middle-aged workers are flowing out to cities. Sixth, the economic structure is unbalanced. The natural geographic conditions are congenitally deficient. 3.2. The practice of poverty reduction faces 5 problems. 1. Insufficient hematopoeic capacity. As a deeply impoverished area, Ganluo County cannot be self-sufficient in the short term. Therefore, it is in urgent need of intellectual assistance from colleges and universities and resource support from enterprises. 2. The awareness of poverty alleviation is not strong. Ganluo County is a minority area. Some Yi people have low cultural quality, poor ability to accept new knowledge and new technology. 3. Lack of industrial talents. This phenomenon stems from the outflow of talents within the county and the difficulty of introducing talents outside the county. 4. Bottleneck of investment attraction. The bottlenecks in the implementation of investment attraction projects and bring greater pressure to the scarce capital resources. 5. Restricted tourism development. Although Ganluo County has good advantages in cultural and natural resources, its low visibility and poor infrastructure restrict the development of the textile industry driven by cultural and tourism economy. 3.3 Solutions. The Chinese central government has put forward the concept of 6 targeted measures for poverty alleviation, namely targeted targets, targeted project arrangements, targeted fund use, targeted measures for households, targeted personnel allocation, first secretary selection based on villages, and targeted poverty alleviation results. The 2018 Rural Income's White Paper points out that Income's poverty alleviation is mainly carried out in the poorest rural areas with the worst conditions. Income's poverty alleviation cannot be separated from government support and the power of public welfare. Therefore, Ganluo County development suggestions to follow government guides, market leading, and participating principle, the first introduction of flow-through electricity. For example, in service electrical contractor, with the aid of the surface electrical contractor circulation platform, building, and planning marketing ability, strive to improve the local products of network goods, standardization, and industrialization, the brand joint construction of agricultural e-commerce ecology. 3.4 The road to sustainable development. By the end of 2018, Ganluo County had withdrawn 172 poverty-stricken villages and lifted 63,239 people out of poverty. There were also 36 poverty-stricken villages with 808 poverty-stricken people in 1,862 households. County economies represented by Ganluo County are actively building a sustainable development model. 1. One village, one product. Mode. Agricultural products, one village, one product means that, according to the resource endowment and characteristics of agriculture in a certain region, for example in a village, town, or even a county, many rural families grow the same agricultural products, so that these regions with superior resources will gradually become the concentrated production areas of these agricultural products. 2. Agricultural products plus e-commerce mode. The mode of agricultural products plus e-commerce is to display and promote agricultural products on e-commerce and internet platforms, so that more people can understand and it is convenient for users to place orders and purchase online. 3. agricultural products plus live broadcast modes. Agricultural products plus live broadcast modes is to use live broadcast platform to broadcast the agricultural production process and directly connect agricultural practitioners with customers, which not only breaks the restriction of agricultural regional development, but also allows agriculture to get on the web celebrity development express stream of its own style. 4. Agricultural products plus crowdfunding modes. Agricultural products plus crowdfunding modes is a new thing, combining agriculture and crowdfunding under the wave of internet finance. In China, agricultural crowdfunding has been explained as a mode in which consumers crowd raise funds. Farmers decide to produce according to others and deliver agricultural products directly to consumers after the crops are mature. 4. Possible research findings. In various policy and markets, driven by the Internet of Things, cloud computing, big data, mobile internet, and other modern information technology will get more application in the poverty alleviation practice and play a bigger role. The realization of the global poverty reduction goal will be better in 2030.